Story title: Microsoft raises concerns over China's potential election interference through AI content. In a recent report, Microsoft has warned of the increasing use of artificial intelligence, AI, by China and North Korea to influence elections in the United States, South Korea, and India. According to the report, these countries are using AI to create deepfake videos, audio, and false news reports aimed at swaying voters. The report notes that while the impact of AI-generated content on altering voters' opinions remains low, the use of such tools is becoming more sophisticated. For instance, China has been using AI-generated images and false stories to blame the US government for causing wildfires in Hawaii. China has also been targeting South Pacific Island countries using a China-based espionage group called Gingham Typhoon. Microsoft has identified several Chinese cybergroups, including STORM0062, which targets military entities and critical infrastructure in the United States. The most prolific Chinese user of AI content is STORM1376, a Chinese Communist Party-linked actor also known as Spamouflage or Dragon Bridge. China has also been using AI-enhanced videos in Canada to target Chinese members of parliament using the likeness of a Canada-based Chinese dissident. The campaign included harassing politicians on social media accounts. North Korea is also expected to launch cyber attacks using increasingly sophisticated cryptocurrency heists and supply chain attacks targeted at the defense sector. Microsoft's report highlights the increasing use of AI content to influence politics and elections in targeted countries with false information designed to appear real. Such content is often used to exacerbate political divisions in ways that benefit the maligned cyber actors. The report concludes that while the use of AI content to influence elections remains a low-impact threat, its increasing experimentation and sophistication make it a serious concern that requires constant monitoring and vigilance. Source: www.upi.com. _news, World News, 5 April 2024, Microsoft report Chinese AI threats, 2,421,712,324,667, greater than. Story title: Exploring New Worlds with Dr. Fei-Fei Li and Juan Lavista Ferres. At the Global Nonprofit Leaders Summit, two pioneers in the field of AI for social impact, Dr. Fei-Fei Li and Juan Lavista Ferres, came together to discuss the transformative power of generative AI and the importance of responsible innovation. Dr. Fei-Fei Li, co-director of Stanford's Human-Centered AI Institute and author of The Worlds I See, has been a leading researcher in cognitive AI, machine learning, and computer vision for decades. Her work on ImageNet, a large-scale image recognition dataset, has been foundational to the AI transformation that the world is now using. Juan Lavista Ferres, corporate vice president and chief data scientist of the AI for Good Lab at Microsoft, collaborates with researchers, organizations, and experts in the domains of AI, machine learning, and statistical modeling to drive progress toward addressing some of the world's most pressing challenges. He is the author of AI for Good: Applications in Sustainability, Humanitarian Action, and Health. During their conversation, Dr. Li shared her journey of creating ImageNet and how it sparked the deep learning revolution in computer vision and beyond. She emphasized the importance of data for innovation and public good, stating that data is the new oil, and it's the fuel for AI. Dr. Li also discussed the role of language and large language models, highlighting their potential to help reduce the barrier of language and enable more communication and knowledge sharing. She emphasized the need for responsible and ethical use of these tools in education and society. The gender gap and diversity in AI was another topic of discussion. Dr. Li, a female leader in AI, shared her experience and the challenges of the underrepresentation of women and minorities in the field. She mentioned her nonprofit organization, AI4ALL, which aims to inspire and educate the next generation of diverse AI talents. Dr. Li expressed her concern about the lack of adequate resources for academia and the public sector to conduct cutting-edge AI research and provide public goods. She mentioned the policy effort of the National AI Research Resource and the importance of partnership with the private sector. Throughout the conversation, both speakers emphasized the importance of responsible AI as the foundation of innovation. They discussed the need for ethical and transparent AI systems that are designed to benefit all of humanity, and the importance of addressing potential biases and ensuring fairness in AI systems. In conclusion, the conversation between Dr. Fei-Fei Li and Juan Lavista Ferres highlighted the transformative power of generative AI and the need for responsible innovation in the field. As leaders in AI for social impact, they emphasized the importance of data, language, diversity, and responsible AI in driving progress towards addressing some of the world's most pressing challenges. Sources: techcommunity.microsoft.com. Story title: Unlocking the Potential of AI in Politics with Proper Safeguards. The era of AI in politics is here, and it's time to embrace it with the right safeguards. With the potential to democratize politics, AI can transform voter contact, reduce dependence on big donors, and provide nuanced communication at a massive scale. However, without proper regulations, AI can also be exploited to spread misleading information, impersonate candidates, and interfere with the electoral process. As AI becomes more prevalent, it's easy to imagine scenarios where it's used to manipulate voters, spread disinformation, and even incite violence. To prevent these nightmares, clear laws are needed to establish rules for responsible use and maintain organic control over AI-generated content. Transparency is the key to ensuring that AI serves as a healthy and productive force in public discourse. Calls for outright bans on AI are misguided and impossible to enforce. Instead, regulations should be anchored to transparency, so that voters know what material comes from people and what comes from machines. Used properly, AI can empower political campaigns and movements. It can provide real-time answers and information to voters' questions, level the playing field for underdog campaigns, and allow underrepresented and marginalized people to compete equally with entrenched power centers. It can also enable governments to interact with constituents in real time, providing important information and services. The promise of AI is exciting, but it's important to approach this new reality with eyes wide open. Meaningful regulation, anchored to transparency, is needed to ensure that AI serves the betterment of humanity. With the right regulations in place, AI can provide real-time answers and information to voters' questions, level the playing field for underdog campaigns, and enable governments to interact with constituents in real time. Imagine a more personal way for campaigns to connect with voters, underdog campaigns able to level the playing field against political opponents, and underrepresented and marginalized people historically shut out of the political process able to compete equally with the entrenched power centers. And envision a government able to interact at scale and speed with constituents in real two-way communication. The key is approaching this new reality with meaningful regulation anchored to transparency. If we get this right, AI will truly serve the betterment of humanity. It's time to embrace the era of AI in politics with the right safeguards. Source: thehill.com. Story title: Revolutionary medical AI device detects more breast cancer cases than doctors. In a groundbreaking trial in the UK, a new medical AI device has been shown to detect breast cancer that doctors missed, according to a press release from Microsoft. The trial involved over 10,000 patients, and the new medical AI tool, known as MIA, developed by Chiron Medical Technologies. The trial, which took place in the NHS Grampian Healthcare Network, found that MIA detected 12% more breast cancer tissue than doctors did alone. MIA was used alongside NHS doctors to analyze over 10,000 mammograms, and it correctly identified all mammograms that showed symptoms of breast cancer. Additionally, MIA identified 11 additional mammograms with breast cancer that doctors did not identify. The cancer tissues MIA noticed were too small for doctors to notice, with one patient stating, "My cancer was so small that the doctors said it would not have been picked up by the human eye." MIA brings a faster diagnosis, with doctors able to reduce the time it took to notify patients from 14 days to 3 days. Moreover, the augmented AI workload revealed that MIA could help decrease the workload by 30%. According to the National Cancer Institute, 20% of breast cancer is missed during mammogram screenings. MIA would help reduce those numbers by helping medical staff detect breast cancer at an earlier rate. Professor Leslie Anderson from the University of Aberdeen stated, "The tool would significantly improve breast screenings as more cancers would be detected without having to ask patients to take part in additional tests." The use of AI in medical fields has been growing in recent years, and this trial shows promising results for the future of breast cancer detection. The ability of AI to detect small cancer tissues that doctors may miss has the potential to save lives and improve the quality of care for patients. With MIA, there is hope for a more accurate and efficient way of detecting breast cancer. While further testing and development are needed, the results of this trial are a significant step towards improving breast cancer detection and treatment. Sources: www.deseret.com, www.bbc.com, www.businessinsider.com, www.cancer.gov. Story title: China harnesses AI for spreading disinformation, Time report. In a recent report, Microsoft has revealed that China is using artificial intelligence, AI, to spread disinformation and discord across Asia and the United States. The technology giant has observed an alarming trend of state-backed actors using AI to amplify political tension and sow discord in various parts of the world, including Taiwan, South Korea, and the US. According to the report, Chinese influence actors have been experimenting with new media and refining AI-generated or AI-enhanced content to influence foreign elections and spread conspiracy theories. For instance, ahead of Taiwan's presidential and legislative elections held in January this year, a Chinese Communist Party, CCP, linked group known as Storm 1376 or Spamouflage, used AI-generated audio recordings to make it appear that a prominent Taiwanese politician had endorsed another candidate, when in fact, he had not. Microsoft also recorded the dissemination of AI-generated news anchors and memes to mislead audiences and influence Taiwan's elections. The report states that this is the first time that Microsoft Threat Intelligence has witnessed a nation-state actor using AI content in attempts to influence a foreign election. The report warns that as populations in India, South Korea, and the US head to the polls, Chinese cyber and influence actors, and to some extent North Korean cyber actors, are likely to work towards targeting these elections. China's influence operations extend beyond Taiwan, too. Last August, Storm 1376 launched a multilingual, large-scale, aggressive messaging campaign, including through AI-generated memes, to amplify Chinese propaganda and stoke international public anger over Japan's disposal of nuclear wastewater from Fukushima. Moreover, Storm 1376 has been spreading conspiratorial narratives encouraging mistrust of and disillusionment with the US government. Despite the growing sophistication of these influence operations, there is little evidence that they have been successful in changing public opinion. However, Microsoft notes that China's increasing experimentation in augmenting memes, videos, and audio will continue and may prove effective down the line. In addition to influence operations, Chinese cyber actors have also infiltrated important networks used by its adversaries. Last year, it compromised telecommunication entities in the South China Sea around the time of US military drills. Furthermore, Chinese state-sponsored cyber group Volt Typhoon has been found to have compromised several critical infrastructure in the US, including water treatment plants, electric grids, energy pipelines, and transportation. Microsoft has been embattled by criticisms from US lawmakers over its concessions to China and failure to fend off Chinese threats. US lawmakers have criticized Microsoft for its inadequate security culture, claiming that a cascade of avoidable errors by the company allowed Chinese cyber actors to access senior US officials' emails accounts. Microsoft has responded by vowing to adopt a new culture of engineering security in its networks. However, the report highlights the urgent need for governments and technology companies to work together to counter the growing threat of state-sponsored cyber attacks and influence operations. Sources: China is using AI to sow disinformation and stoke discord across Asia and the US, Microsoft reports, 2024, April 5. Time.com. Story title: Beware, malware disguised as Facebook's Midjourney AI page. In a shocking turn of events, the world of social media has once again been exploited by cybercriminals, with the fake Facebook Midjourney AI page promoting malware to an astonishing 1.2 million people. This latest incident highlights the increasingly sophisticated tactics employed by hackers, who are now hijacking Facebook pages and using them to advertise fraudulent AI services. According to a recent report by Bleeping Computer, the malicious campaign was designed to lure unsuspecting users into believing they were accessing legitimate AI-related resources. The bogus Facebook page, masquerading as a reputable AI service provider, offered tools and services aimed at enticing visitors to click on malicious links. Upon clicking the links, users were unknowingly subjected to the insidious malware, which surreptitiously infiltrated their systems. The scope of the infection remains unclear, but with an estimated 1.2 million people targeted, the potential for widespread damage is significant. This incident underscores the growing threat posed by hackers infiltrating social media platforms, using them to distribute malware and exploit vulnerable users. The hijacked Facebook Midjourney AI page is just one example of how cybercriminals are becoming increasingly adept at exploiting the trust and credulity of social media users. As the use of artificial intelligence continues to proliferate, it is unsurprising that hackers have turned their attention to this rapidly growing field. The allure of AI-related resources, combined with the perceived legitimacy of social media platforms, offers cybercriminals a tantalizing opportunity to exploit. Unfortunately, this is not the first time that social media has been used as a conduit for malware. In recent years, there have been numerous high-profile incidents involving the hijacking of social media accounts and the distribution of malicious content. In 2017, for instance, Twitter was the target of a widespread attack, with more than 36,000 accounts compromised and used to promote cryptocurrency scams. Similarly, in 2018, a sophisticated phishing campaign targeted Instagram users, leading to the theft of sensitive data and the hijacking of accounts. These incidents serve as a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities that exist within social media platforms and the urgent need for improved security measures. As cybercriminals continue to refine their tactics and exploit the trust of users, it is imperative that social media companies take proactive steps to protect their users and prevent the proliferation of malicious content. While Facebook has yet to release an official statement regarding the Midjourney AI page incident, it is likely that the company will face renewed scrutiny over its security measures. The onus is now on social media companies to demonstrate their commitment to user safety and to take decisive action to prevent similar incidents from occurring in the future. In the interim, users must remain vigilant and cautious when engaging with social media content, particularly when it pertains to AI-related resources. As the digital landscape continues to evolve, so too must our awareness and understanding of the threats that lurk within. Source: www.bleepingcomputer.com. Story title: Unlocking Innovation, Oracle and Palantir team up on cloud and AI solutions. In a groundbreaking partnership that could revolutionize the way government and commercial sectors approach cloud and artificial intelligence (AI) technologies, Oracle and Palantir Technologies have announced a joint effort to deliver a suite of AI and decision acceleration platforms. Under the agreement, Palantir has selected Oracle's distributed cloud and AI infrastructure to host its platforms, which will be available to both government and commercial clients. Palantir will migrate its Foundry workloads to Oracle Cloud Infrastructure and deploy its Gotham and AI platforms via Oracle's distributed cloud environments to defense and intelligence customers. This partnership brings together two industry leaders in their respective fields. Oracle's cloud infrastructure features over 100 cloud services and applications, including generative AI models, while Palantir's AI platform offers a single common operating picture that consolidates an organization's disconnected data sources, logic assets, and systems of action. According to Rand Waldron, Vice President of Oracle, by combining the performance, scalability, and flexibility of Oracle Cloud Infrastructure with Palantir's leading data and AI platforms, we will help our customers win in any industry or environment. Josh Harris, Executive VP of Palantir, echoed this sentiment, stating, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure's unique ability to help customers meet their regulatory, performance, and security needs will increase our impact and help our global clients gain the full benefits of cloud and AI. This partnership comes at a time when AI and cloud technologies are becoming increasingly critical to the success of government and commercial organizations. With the ability to process and analyze massive amounts of data quickly and efficiently, these technologies have the potential to transform the way organizations operate, making them more efficient, effective, and responsive to the needs of their stakeholders. By partnering with Oracle, Palantir is positioning itself to take advantage of the growing demand for AI and cloud technologies. With Oracle's robust infrastructure and Palantir's powerful AI platform, the two companies are well positioned to deliver solutions that meet the needs of even the most demanding clients. In a rapidly changing technological landscape, the partnership between Oracle and Palantir is a clear signal that the two companies are committed to staying at the forefront of innovation. By working together, they are demonstrating a commitment to delivering solutions that are not only cutting-edge but also tailored to the unique needs of their clients. In conclusion, the partnership between Oracle and Palantir is a game-changer for the AI and cloud industries. With their combined expertise and resources, the two companies are poised to deliver solutions that will help government and commercial organizations operate more efficiently, effectively, and responsively. As the demand for AI and cloud technologies continues to grow, this partnership is sure to be a major force in shaping the future of these industries. Source: ExecutiveBiz.com. Story title: New Meta policies for deepfakes require "made with AI" labels starting in May. Meta, the parent company of Facebook, has announced major changes to its policies regarding digitally manipulated media, including the use of "made with AI" labels for AI-generated content. The new approach, which will be implemented in May, is a significant shift from the company's previous policy of removing a limited set of manipulated content, to one that keeps the content up while providing viewers with information about how it was made. The change comes as the US prepares for elections that will test Meta's ability to police deceptive content generated by new AI technologies. The social media giant will apply "made with AI" labels to AI-generated videos, images, and audio posted on its platforms, including Facebook, Instagram, and Threads. The new policy will also apply to other services like WhatsApp and Quest virtual reality headsets, but under different rules. Meta will also use separate and more prominent labels for digitally altered media that poses a particularly high risk of materially deceiving the public on a matter of importance. These labels will be applied immediately, regardless of whether the content was created using AI or other tools. The changes come after Meta's oversight board called the company's existing rules on manipulated media incoherent in February. The board reviewed a video of US President Joe Biden posted on Facebook last year that altered real footage to wrongfully suggest he had behaved inappropriately. The video was allowed to stay up, as Meta's existing policy only bars misleading altered videos if they were produced by AI or if they make people appear to say words they never actually said. Meta has previously announced a scheme to detect images made using other companies' generative AI tools using invisible markers built into the files. However, the company did not give a start date at the time. The new policy is a response to the growing use of AI tools in political campaigns. In recent months, political campaigns have begun deploying AI tools, pushing the boundaries of guidelines issued by providers like Meta and generative AI market leader OpenAI. Meta's new policy is a significant step forward in addressing the challenges posed by AI-generated content. By providing viewers with information about how the content was made, Meta is taking a more transparent approach to the issue. The new policy will also help to prevent the spread of misleading information, which is particularly important in the context of elections. In conclusion, Meta's new policy on AI-generated content is a welcome development. By providing viewers with information about how the content was made, the social media giant is taking a more transparent approach to the issue. The new policy is a significant step forward in addressing the challenges posed by AI-generated content and will help to prevent the spread of misleading information. Source: gulfnews.com. Story title: Survey shows AI impacting workforce reduction, Adecco reports. Artificial intelligence, AI, is set to drastically alter the job landscape in the next 5 years, with a significant number of companies expecting to reduce their workforce due to AI technology, according to a recent survey by staffing provider Adecco Group. The survey, which polled executives at 2,000 large companies worldwide, found that 41% of respondents anticipate having fewer employees as a result of AI. This trend is already evident in the tech industry, with giants such as Google and Microsoft recently implementing layoffs as they shift their focus towards AI systems like OpenAI's ChatGPT and Google's chatbot Gemini. However, AI is not all doom and gloom for the job market. While some jobs may become obsolete, new roles are expected to emerge as a result of the technology. According to a 2023 World Economic Forum study, 25% of companies anticipate AI to trigger job losses, while 50% expect the technology to create new opportunities. Despite the potential benefits, many companies have yet to fully embrace AI. Adecco's survey revealed that the vast majority of senior executives believe AI is a game changer, but have not made enough progress in adopting the technology. Training staff to work with AI is crucial for companies to prepare for the disruption that AI will bring, rather than relying solely on recruiting specialists from outside, advises Adecco CEO Dennis Machuel. Almost all jobs are going to be impacted by AI one way or another, Matthew told Reuters. AI can be a job killer and it can also be a job creator. The Adecco survey is one of the largest into the AI topic and included businesses in the United States, Britain, France, Germany, Japan, Spain, Canada, Australia, and Singapore, spanning sectors such as defense, pharma, healthcare, industry, and logistics. The Swiss company, which uses AI itself, sees the technology as offering massive opportunity in its work with customers. We already engaged in training and upskilling people on behalf of our clients, Matthew said. We've sold a lot of consulting projects and the ramp-up that we see on that is quite interesting. Source: Reuters. In conclusion, AI is set to significantly impact the job market, with many companies expecting to reduce their workforce as a result of the technology. However, new roles are also expected to emerge as a result of AI, highlighting the need for companies to prepare for the disruption that AI will bring by training staff to work with the technology. While AI has the potential to eliminate certain jobs, it also has the potential to create new opportunities, making it a double-edged sword for the job market. Link to the source: www.channelnewsasia.com. Story title: Matthew Kinsella appointed as CEO of quantum computing startup Infleqtion. Quantum computing startup Infleqtion appoints Matthew Kinsella as new CEO to lead the company's expansion into quantum clocks and other products. Infleqtion, a quantum computing startup, has announced the appointment of Matthew Kinsella as its new CEO. Kinsella, who previously served as a partner at Maverick Capital, has been a board member of Infleqtion since 2018 and has led investments across the technology industry. He will be replacing Scott Ferres, who has stepped down to focus on quantum industry policy and investments in national security and defense. Infleqtion, which currently has 250 employees, is based in Boulder, Colorado, and is developing quantum clocks that are far more precise than existing atomic clocks. These clocks can be used in situations where GPS timing is not reliable or available. The company's quantum sensors can measure minute changes in the environment and could one day be used to detect objects underwater or underground, or to provide navigational information if GPS is knocked out or not available. Kinsella, who spent more than 18 years at Maverick, a public equity fund and early-stage venture fund, became interested in quantum computing in 2017 and was impressed by Infleqtion's neutral atom modality for quantum computing. He was particularly drawn to the modality's flexibility and potential to enable products that were actually available today, rather than just in the future. Infleqtion is already generating real revenue today, selling quantum clocks to governments and other organizations that need clocks that are many times more accurate than atomic clocks. The company is also working on quantum computing 2.0, which will use the sensitivity from quantum technology to measure time, gravity, movement, and motion. While quantum computing is still a long-term investment, Kinsella is optimistic about the advances being made in the field. He is particularly excited about the potential for quantum computers to do things that regular computers cannot, such as simulation, modeling, and optimization problems. Quantum computers are going to do the things that regular computers do, but better, and they're going to do the things that classical computers just couldn't do, Kinsella said. Those are things around simulation and modeling and optimization problems. With your typical binary gate-based computers, it would take thousands of years to do those types of calculations. Kinsella is taking over from Ferres, who led the company through a successful Series B funding round, expanded important technology programs in timing, sensing, and information processing, and executed several critical acquisitions. Under Ferres' guidance, Infleqtion successfully navigated a Series B funding round, expanded important technology programs in timing, sensing, and information processing, ventured into new markets, and executed several critical acquisitions. Infleqtion has recently provided an in-depth look at its 5-year quantum computing roadmap and announced several new partnerships and customer wins that underscore the company's progress toward commercializing quantum solutions at scale. The company's recent corporate milestones include being selected for Japan's Quantum Moonshot program, being selected to develop and deliver a quantum computing testbed for the National Quantum Computing Center, NQCC, in the United Kingdom, and being the lead quantum innovator in Defense Cyber Marvel 3, DCM3, Europe's premier cyber defense exercise. In November 2022, Infleqtion raised $110 million in a Series B round of funding. The backers included LCP Quantum, led Series B, InQ Telephone, Sumitomo Corporation of Americas, Breakthrough Victoria, Boca Group Holdings, Foundry Group, Global Frontier Investments and Maverick Ventures. Source: VentureBeat.com